Next news. Breaking news from the White House.
What a good morning it is here at the Next News Network, because the walls are closing in on Eric Swalwell. And what's coming next could send shockwaves through the entire Democrat Party. Democrat senators are abandoning him. His biggest donors are demanding their money back and leaving the party entirely. But here's what the mainstream media does not want you to know. Sources are now revealing that the girl who filmed that infamous hotel room video may have been underage. And that's not even the biggest bombshell. The FBI Director Kash Patel just issued an invitation that should have every Democrat in Congress losing sleep tonight. Is Swalwell heading to prison? And more importantly, who's going down with them? Now think about what this means for you and your family. You see, for years, Eric Swalwell sat on the House Intelligence Committee with access to America's most sensitive secrets, all while allegedly compromised by a Chinese spy named Fang Fang. This is the same man who spent years pushing the Russia hoax, calling your president a traitor, while he was the one selling out American interests. Your tax dollars, they paid his salary. Your trust was betrayed by a man who was supposed to protect national security, but instead was allegedly using his position of power to prey on women. And now we're learning that rot goes even deeper. Senator Ruben Gallego, the man who many believe stole his seat from Kari Lake, has been spotted in photos, allegedly, and videos connected to the scandal. If these dominoes keep falling, we could be looking at a complete exposure of the corrupt network that's been running California politics for decades. The swamp isn't draining itself, folks. President Trump's FBI is doing the draining. And speaking of draining the swamp and securing America's future, there is breaking news that you need to hear about right now. Yes, the breaking news out of the White House. They announced over $30 billion to secure America's critical mineral supply chains and named a specific Alaskan project as a key strategic asset for U.S. mineral independence. I've personally been to the Vizsla copper drilling site in Canada myself. I think we're going to the Alaska one. Now, I've actually seen it with my own eyes. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing up in Alaska. But what's happening right now is bigger than most people realize. President Trump just unveiled Project Vault. It's a $12 billion strategic minerals reserve. It's designed to stockpile essential resources and keep America safe from foreign dependence. This is exactly the kind of America First policy that we've been fighting for. Vizsla Copper is positioned right at the center of this national security initiative, and you can find them trading in the United States under VCUFF and in Canada as VCU.V. Check the exclusive briefing that's been prepared only for Next News viewers to see why this could be one of the most important strategic investments of the Trump era. We thank them for supporting this program. Now let's get back to the implosion of Eric Swalwell and the Democrats who nailed him. There's more, okay? The FBI Director Kash Patel, he's not just watching this unfold from the sidelines. He just publicly invited Swalwell to come sit down with the FBI and share the information he has. He also put out the call. Anyone with relevant information should contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Remember when Kash Patel called Swalwell's entire congressional career a disgrace to the American people? Well, it looks like he was right all along, and now one of Swalwell's victims is expected to speak out later today. We're going to take a look at what people are saying about this historic collapse and take a look at some of these images that people are saying is Ruben Gallego. Eric Swalwell is in deep. Cat Turd is on the case, clearly. Let's take a look here. This is more exclusive. This is now CBS News turning on Eric Swalwell. Cat Turd says he's going to prison. And what is she saying? Well, we're going to find out exactly what she's saying, because sometimes these technologies don't always communicate so friendly with each other. But we're going to make sure that it does.
We're not walking away from this fight.
We're not walking away from this fight.
For me, justice won't be until he can't.
The fact that he has now dropped out of the governor's race and resigned from Congress, is that justice in your view?
No, it's just the beginning. It's just the very beginning. And I know personally that we're not walking away from this fight.
For me, justice won't be until he can't ever harm a woman ever again, and he has faced the consequences for the women that he has harmed.
I think in regards to the governor's race, he never should have ran for governor to begin with, knowing the kind of history and receipts that are out there. So that's a non-starter. And then in terms of Congress, I think he absolutely should have resigned. I think we just prevented another 30 to 40 years potentially of him harming people if he were to stay in Congress.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think we have served justice for his future victims.
Wow.
That won't exist anymore.
You know, I wish they would have come out sooner, spared America all the problems that Swalwell created. Swalwell's crash from grace drives home justice in the making. Now a key donor won't stay silent on why he's walking away. Billionaire Stephen Klobeck, and former major donor of Eric Swalwell, says he's leaving the Democrat Party after leaked videos and sexual misconduct allegations came out against Swalwell. Check this out.
Of the United States, we deserve equal or greater value for our tax dollars. All right?
Fair,
Is it fair enough?
yeah, I was gonna say fair to say you're mad. I mean,
Mad?
yeah.
I am no longer a Democrat. I'm now a libertarian Republican.
Wow.
Because that's what a blue dog Democrat used to be. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's called executing, being accountable, enforcing, respect, responsibility, and results. Knowing what your job description is. Delivering results. Unifying. Making this country great. The great brand we have, okay? Or we used to. Can we get it together, please?
Yeah.
Can we get it together, please? And you know what? When I ran for the governorship, I did it because I couldn't find a candidate that was worthy to back. And I thought Eric had the goods. But he'd tell the truth. Okay?
Do you like any of these other options?
Too early to tell. Okay? Too early to tell. I met them all.
I thought Eric had the goods. No, apparently other people had the goods on Eric. As Klobeck cuts his ties and demands accountability, even the Democrat elite can't ignore the stain of scandal dragging Swalwell down. Looks like we have Pocahontas Warren decided to take off the headdress and go before the cameras, speaking out against Eric Swalwell.
People who are in positions of power and authority over others need to be held accountable when they take advantage of that position. And frankly, I'm glad that he'll be gone.
You are?
Yeah.
It was a good decision. Why is that? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. It's terrible what has been alleged.
We just took a giant step backwards. I felt maybe wrongly that we were evolving.
Democrat Party constantly devolving. That was Warren, Welch, and Hickenlooper. Took a giant step backwards. Democrats are distancing themselves from Swalwell. Now it's time for him to face truth and accountability. FBI Director Kash Patel posting this early this morning, tagging Eric Swalwell in the post. Eric Swalwell has maintained that none of the allegations against him are true. And now that he's resigned, we would welcome him to sit down with the FBI and share any information he has. We also encourage and welcome any person with relevant information to any of these matters to speak with us. The door is open to all. Please give us a call at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Kash Patel. The FBI calls on Swalwell to come clean, echoing Kash Patel's sharp rebuke of his tainted career in Congress. Here's the moment that the FBI Director Kash Patel torched Eric Swalwell live to his face.
Work on the audio-visual capabilities.
I'm going to borrow your terminology and call bullshit on your entire career in Congress.
I'm reclaiming my time,
It has been a
Director.
disgrace to the American
Director,
people.
I'm reclaiming my time.
You can reclaim your time all you want.
Mr. Chairman,
I'm going to call BS on you, Swalwell. And, of course, Nancy Pelosi denying that Democrats knew what Swalwell was doing and turned a blind eye. Of course, she's running cover.
Some Republicans and others are saying that Democrats turned kind of a blind eye, that they knew what he was up to or what the allegations were.
That is absolutely positive. And it's true that they may say that, but it is absolutely not true.
You had no idea?
None whatsoever.
Lies.
None whatsoever.
Lies.
I had none whatsoever.
What happens in California now? He was in many of the polls, the leading candidate.
Yes, he was.
That's gone. There's an army of candidates out there. And California has this quirky law, because it's ranked primaries, right, where you could end up with 2 Republicans on the ballot.
Well, it is.
How does that?
I agree that it is a quirky law. I do not agree that there'll be 2 Republicans at the top.
Yeah, because her party did everything they could to move Eric Swalwell out of the position so they could get their Democrat candidate to the top, right? You think Nancy Pelosi is completely oblivious? I mean, Swalwell is from her own state. Pelosi deflecting blame. Let's turn to the visual irony. This is what everyone's talking about now. Okay, this is the big story. If you were tracking any of my posts on X, we have these images of Ruben Gallego. Okay, take a look at that ear, take a look at that beard, take a look at that the trim job. On the left, Ruben Gallego at an event held with Barack Hussein Obama. On the right, a man with an awfully similar profile, overlooking Eric Swalwell grappling with a prostitute. Spoiler alert, he writes, it's also Ruben. No getting out of this one, pal. Resign from the Senate. Okay, so there's the first picture. And I'm going to show you them side by side so you have a clear picture. But so you have, there's the image. Look at the side, look at the beard, look at the ear. Okay, and then we're going to move over to, well, yeah. And then take a look at this. Now, it is a little blurry, but man, look at that brow line. Look at that beard. Oh, yeah. And see, there's pictures of Ruben and Swalwell. They've been on trips together. Remember during the pandemic, they were riding camels together with no shirts on? Yeah, well, everybody was locked down. They were enjoying the high life in the Middle East on excursions. So it stands to reason that perhaps they were hanging out in a hotel room with prostitutes together. And these are the allegations that are being levied at the moment. People calling for him to resign. And now we have this. Mike Crispy, he's the guy that's been posting about this. Ruben Gallego now attempting to change the style of his beard so people forget what it looked like the last 10 years, including in the Swalwell prostitute video, LMAO, he's toast. Now, here he is.
And saying that a lot of people spend time with this man. It seems impossible that they didn't have some sense of what was going on. I think there are a lot of people like Congressman Swalwell saying a lot of you spend a lot of time with him. How did you have a sense that something was going on?
I mean, again, the man led a double life, and for many, I mean, more than 20 congressmen, people that have served with him for a long time, we had no clue. We had no clue. And look, unlike whatever's happening with Jeffrey Epstein, because like
oh yeah, okay, we had no clue, he says. We had no clue. I don't believe him I don't believe him for a second. This is one of his best buddies. Gallego trying to dodge the spotlight. The embarrassing images of Swalwell are surfacing. Swalwell seen with bloodshot eyes while partying with Nick Ritchie and girls on a yacht in St. Tropez. Video from July of 2022. Yeah, people are talking about the yacht party with Eric Swalwell and the yacht girls. My P4P yacht trip with Swally. Yeah. Beautiful women, bikinis. Oh, Eric Swalwell. Wasted. Completely wasted. Girls dancing. Oh. But I think the best part is when you see Eric Swalwell show up at the end of this video. Let's see here. Let's go to the end of the video because it's this guy here. Okay, here it is. Watch. Oh, Eric Swalwell. I wonder who's in a hotel room with him. Could it be, oh, this beautiful lady? Perhaps. But we'll never know. So this is the kind of stuff that's now floating around, and apparently it's only going to get worse for Eric Swalwell as well. Yes, the memes are already out. Remember that the meme everyone's freaking out about Donald Trump? Well, now Eric Fartwell has his own. Yeah, Eric Fartwell. The memes are starting to surface. You got to love it, right? You got to love it, but the rumors of the forced exit are swirling. So I asked the question, if Ruben Gallego resigns from the Senate seat he stole from Kari Lake, the governor who stole the gubernatorial election from Kari Lake gets to pick his replacement? Is that how this works? Eric Swalwell's expulsion vote could still possibly happen in the next few hours. It's unclear when he will resign from his congressional seat. He says he has resigned. As you know, we reported on this yesterday, but we'll see what happens later today.
Clear when Gonzalez or Swalwell will officially leave Congress. And because of that, guys, there still could be an expulsion vote, so something to watch in just the next hours ahead. Back
wow. I was just hoping they passed the DHS funding, but now they got a whole bunch of ethics things to handle. Alex, thanks so much.
Yeah, we'll wait and see if that actually happens. One of his victims expected to speak out today. And now we have this. It's all starting to come together. The girl that filmed the infamous video of Swalwell being a creep is alleged to be underage. He might end up in jail. Anna Paulina Luna speaking with Jesse Waters.
He might end up in jail, Jesse. And if I could just share with you for a moment, not only did I receive forensic reporting showing that, you know, that infamous video of him in the hotel room was indeed him. It was not AI generated. But I'm also being told that, more stuff is going to be dropping in the next 24 hours. And then also potentially the individual that recorded that video in that hotel room, Jesse, was a female and she was underage.
Oh. Yeah, oof, indeed. The bombs just keep dropping. And we have this from Martin Shkreli. Remember him? Isn't he the Pharma Bro? He's the guy that bought the Wu-Tang album and was trying to sell it or something. Now he's posting, there's rumors swirling about Representative Ro Khanna being exposed next. He wrote this on X, to all House Dems, this can happen to you easily. I'm going to tell you one time, don't F with me. Ro Khanna, you F with me. That's against the aforementioned rules. So you next. Everyone has a secret, a vice, a mistake. But not everyone has a determined enemy. Tread carefully. And what is the picture that's posted here? Oh, yes, it looks like Ro Khanna with Fang Fang. Uh-oh. Ro Khanna chilling with the Fang. Maybe he will be the next domino to fall. So here's what this really means. We're watching the complete and total exposure of a corrupt political machine that has protected predators, covered up scandals, and sold out American interests for decades. Nancy Pelosi claims she had no idea what Swalwell was doing. Do you believe that? The woman who handpicked him for the Intelligence Committee? The establishment protected Eric Swalwell because he was useful. He pushed their lies, he attacked President Trump, he did their dirty work, but now the truth is coming out and they can't stop it. FBI Director Kash Patel has the receipts, the victims are speaking, the American people are finally seeing what we've known all along. These people are not public servants, they're predators in suits. And under President Trump's leadership, there is nowhere left for them to hide. So this is what accountability looks like. After years of the swamp protecting its own, President Trump's FBI is finally asking the right questions and opening the right doors. Eric Swalwell may just be the beginning. Ruben Gallego appears to be connected. Ro Khanna, well, he's been put on notice. The dominoes are falling, and the American people deserve to see every single one of them hit the ground. So share this video with everyone you know, and drop a comment and tell me, do you think Eric Swalwell is going to prison, yes or no? And since you watched this entire video, congratulations. Here's a free gift from me to you. When the YouTube notifications never arrive and the algorithm buries us under a corporate spin, you can always text raw feed to 844-840-4963. That's how you and I have a direct line of communication that cannot be broken. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a single update as this scandal explodes. And if you want to show your support for real journalism, check out the Next News merch shelf below this video. We're just getting started, folks. The swamp is draining. Justice is coming. I'm Gary Franchi for the Next News Network. Stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power. They don't want you to see this. The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.